when you've been in a game and you think about it, because I tell people the NFL, any sports, whether it's male or female, is a semi-military because you're told when to get up, when to work out, what to eat, when to play. All right, now you got a curfew. You got to be in the bed by this time. You do it for years and years, and all of a sudden, bam, it's done. So what do you do?
Right.
So just like the military that have with PTSD, we have that because we so used to having a certain way. And I remember watching this Brian Gumbel on HBO, it was like years ago, and a guy would act like he was getting dressed, a real good football player, would walk his daughter to the bus stop, and he would come back in the house, close the curtains, and just sit there because he didn't know how else to handle himself. Because he was so used to being told what to do. Because our schedule are laid out. By this time, you gotta do this. By this time, you gotta do this. Eat at this time. Back on the field. So,
hey, what's up? This is Nate, host of the Artist Exchange Radio Show. Tune in every Friday, 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. and every Saturday, 12 p.m. to 2 p.m. Real artist, real talk, real live. Here live on BeExposedRadio.com.
TGIW, you listening to the Be Inspired Radio Show.
Oh my God. You know what? Bloopers. TGIW, everybody. Now, what a way to start the show tonight. Oh my gosh.
Be alive.
Exactly. Hey, everybody. Thank you so much for tuning in. We definitely appreciate you. This is Miss Be Inspired on the mic.
And the artisan angel HL7 Azrael back and better than ever.
Yes, we missed you last week, by the way. We were sad that you weren't here.
I was mad I couldn't be here.
I know. But we carried on. Even though it might have been a little tough, we carried on. Even though you weren't here, you would have been proud of us in your absence.
Yeah, I'm sure I would. Actually, I shared it out a couple of times. I tuned in for a little bit, but I didn't have much time.
We did see that. But anyway, family, thank you so much for tuning in. And I'm going to ask that you bear with me tonight because as the seasons are changing, those of us who deal with allergies and sinus issues, this is usually the time of year between here and spring when things start to flare up. So mine started flaring up. So pray for me, family. We're going to make it through tonight because we have a fantabulous show planned out for you as always. And you already know the drill. We need you to go and invite all of your friends to the show now. We need you to share it out. Let people know that we are here and we want to spend some good old time with you on tonight. Yes, we do. Listen, I am turned up because this weekend is the Live on Purpose Conference.
Where's that bell?
Woo! Right over here.
Yeah.
Here it is. Live on Purpose Conference. I am so excited. I am praying by Friday my sinuses will be cleared up in Jesus' name. I am not going to be going to that conference stuffy. No, we not. No. But I am the host of that conference all weekend. I will be working from Friday to Sunday. Yes, it's going to be a lot, but guess what? I can get through it. I'm going to be drinking some ginger tea. And I'm going to have my good old throat lozenges and all the whole 9 yards, whatever it takes to get through.
I would say if it's nasal, get some Altoids or some heavy mint stuff because that, for example, if you take about 2 of those, your sinuses will be cleared straight up.
They'll be straight.
Yeah, because it's so minty.
Yeah.
It clears you right up.
Yep. So you also will see us scrolling through our phone. We are inviting all of our friends to the video at the same time that we're on air because we want people to participate on tonight. Our topic is doing things on purpose. Doing things on purpose. I chose that topic because tonight's guest has done so many wonderful things, including stomp the runway. I'm about to say stomp the yard.
I was about to say he would stomp the yard.
No, he was not.
I was about to be
Stomp the runway for autism, and definitely that is an amazing event. I had the pleasure of going, not last year, but I believe the year before last I went, and it was wonderful, and so many awesome designers and models and different ones come out to that event. So I'm hoping to be able to make it again this year, but our guest tonight, Derek Dixon, definitely has done many things on purpose, and we'll get to talk to him again tonight about that and about the 3D Foundation that he started in honor of autism and autism awareness. So tonight we're going to talk about that. And then a little later on in the show, we have Valicia, who will be on for the inspirational segment, chatting it out with us a little bit, giving us some inspirational nuggets, which I cannot wait because, of course, if you did not know, Valicia is my assistant. I'm so blessed. I'm so blessed that she is my assistant. She is so awesome. And the crazy thing is she is so super busy. Like, she has so many awesome things that she's doing. She's the CEO of Fashionably Chic Tour, if you didn't know. And she is a style tour guide. And she goes around to all of the boutiques and kind of gets involved with all of them. So it's definitely an honor working side by side with her. So she'll be on a little later on in the show. And also we are patiently awaiting Blizzard's arrival.
Is she coming in or calling?
No. Valicia is calling in. Yeah, I wish she was coming because I enjoy when she comes in the studio. But
right, she should come in more.
Right, yeah, we're working on that. But yeah. So in the meantime, she will be calling in tonight, which I'm excited about. That's her. She said, "Bless you, Queen." Bless your back, girlfriend. She'll be hanging out with me this weekend at the Live on Purpose conference.
Hey.
I know, right?
Belly.
And she'll be also, she has a product line that she's going to be selling this weekend. The shirts.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. She'll have those this weekend, and hopefully she can talk about it a little bit when she comes on air later on in the show. But anyway, thank you everybody for tuning in. TGIW as usual. And if you are just tuning in, thank you so much. We appreciate you. Again, we ask that you share this video out. Let me just tell you, okay, tonight is going to be straight fire, okay?
Please.
We got a full house, and all to talk about Stomp the Runway for Autism, which is going to be on October the 7th. And there's just going to be so many wonderful people there, and the event is going to be live. I'm telling you, I already know it, because if Derek has anything to do with it, it's definitely going to be awesome. So I need everybody to tune in, and also there are going to be some surprises throughout the show. There are going to be some surprises, so you definitely have to tune in for that. Also, if you ever have any questions throughout the night, you can definitely call us at 410-702-5657, or you can text us at 443-642-9403. We want to hear from you. We definitely, if you're tuned in via Facebook Live, leave your comments. We definitely will read your comments. And if you have any questions, you can leave them there too. If you are tuned in via YouTube, there is a comment section there. You can leave comments there as well, and we will do our best to get to those as well. I found out also one of the elders at my church, she's been listening faithfully. You never know.
You really
You
know.
never know who's listening. But she told me several times, actually a couple Sundays ago, she was like, I tune into your show every week. I was like, for real? So shout out to Elder Kathy. I love her so much. I call her Mama Kathy too. But thank you so much for tuning in. And of course, my pastor, Pastor Sharon Smith, I thank you so much. She tunes in also, and she's always just a source of inspiration for my family and I. And we really, really thank you so much for your continued support. There are definitely a lot of supporters that support the show week in and week out, that I just want to say thank you so much for tuning in. Miss Zena, thank you. She is always tuned in every week faithfully.
Every week.
Thank you, Miss Zena.
Always
You
one of
know
the
we
first.
love you here on the show.
Always one of the first people I see.
Exactly. And she's Blizzard's mom too. So thank you so much. And
Hi, Blizzard's
Rebecca
mom.
Adams. Hey, Rebecca, what's going on? A friend of the show. She's also been on the show as a guest. Yes, thank you so much for tuning in. And of course, Valicia, Yes, we appreciate you. Thank you so much for tuning in. Listen, we need you to go ahead and invite. Get as many people as you can to tune in tonight. We want you to interact with the show because it's going to be a lot of stuff going on tonight. You know what? I was like, I stayed home all day getting my energy up, make sure I was going to be all right tonight. I was like, I'm not letting any sinuses or none of that stuff stop me because on tonight, we're going to have a good time.
Yep.
Yes, we are.
Turn up.
Yes, we are. Again, we're asking that you share out this video to as many people as you can. Also, over the weekend, I spent most of my time volunteering at different events, which I am just always pleased to do that. You know, I also did a Facebook Live video. Can you believe that? I rarely ever do that.
You really don't.
I don't. But I did it this weekend because I wanted to share my heart about taking the time out of your schedule to volunteer. And that's what I did. On Friday, I was with the Baltimore Huns down at the Hampden Senior Luncheon, and we fed lunch to the seniors there.
Last Sunday?
No, Friday.
Okay, Friday.
Last Friday.
I don't know why I heard Sunday.
Nope, last Friday. I was hanging out with the Baltimore Huns, and we had a great time, and it was so cool just sitting there talking to the seniors and kind of getting their background and the history of being in Baltimore and how it was for them back in the day and all that good stuff like that. And they were just a joy to be around. And we played bingo.
I like bingo.
I do too.
A lot of people like bingo.
Yes.
Even though it's sometimes a little boring, but a lot of people like bingo.
No, let me tell you, I had fun playing some bingo. Let me just tell you. I didn't win, but I still had fun. I did not win. Y'all see my sad face?
The only time
I think something was wrong with my card. That's it. I'm protesting. Something was wrong with my card.
The only time I usually have fun playing bingo is when everyone is in there trash talking because people say funny stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Because it's so funny.
Oh, and on top of that, people take it seriously.
Yeah,
one of the guys,
hilarious.
the senior guys, went up to the lady who was calling the numbers out, and he was like, you know, you got all those balls right there. You haven't called yet. You know, I'm gonna need you to call. Like, he was getting like real upset because she wasn't calling them balls that came out the little thing. Oh my goodness, and he was serious about it. But anyway, we had a good time that day, and the food was amazing. Hun Cafe provided the food, and it was really cool. Also, on Saturday, I was at the hashtag Survive Hunger event. I was actually volunteering with Valicia, who she was in charge of the clothing closet where we were giving out clothes to the homeless, and it was just an amazing event, spirit-filled event. My God, amazing singing. Naomi B was there. You don't know Naomi B?
No.
She was one of the first guests that was on our show some years ago.
Oh, wow.
And she's a gospel / inspirational vocalist artist, and she was there and performed. Steve McCoy was there. Of course, I used to go to church with him some years ago, and I know his family very well. So they were there, and it was just a very rewarding event, and just being able to talk to some of the homeless people and to hear some of the stories that they have had to go through with drug abuse and some other different things. It was just rewarding, and that's why I did the Facebook Live video, just to tell people, encourage people rather, to volunteer your time. Even if you just take a couple of hours out of one day during your weekend or a day that you're off and do something. Go to a homeless shelter, help feed the homeless, give away clothes, do something. There is so much going on where you can volunteer your time. You know, and it's not even just the big names like Red Cross and all those places like that. There are other organizations all throughout the city that you can volunteer.
People are starting to get mad at Red Cross because apparently a lot of the places haven't touched that money.
Yeah, that's the problem, though. You know, I don't have anything against people donating to large organizations like that, but it's hard to know where your money is going when you do donate it. They tell you where it's going, but you don't always know for sure. You know, so that's the tough part of it.
I mean, a lot of people, because I was watching a video when people were donating. Once Kevin Hart donated to, once Kevin Hart donated to what's it called, to Florida or Texas?
It was Texas.
Yeah,
it was
Texas
Houston.
for Harvey.
Yeah.
Someone from Haiti came out and it said something about don't donate to Red Cross, because Red Cross came there after the Haitian earthquakes and like only built 2 buildings and then left. And Haiti didn't see a lot of that money.
Yeah.
And the people didn't see a lot of that money. So I'm not really sure of the validity behind it, because at the same time, a lot of people, a lot of the money could have been given to the government, or it could have been like done as kind of an undercover thing. But a lot of people were saying that they were not seeing the money being put into Haiti, and they don't want to see the same thing happen to Harvey, because a lot of people have a common misconception about nonprofits. The workers at a nonprofit do still get paid. It's just that the business doesn't keep all of the money.
Right.
So when you're donating to a nonprofit, don't think that no one there is getting paid. Everyone there is getting paid. It's just that they aren't taking the money and keeping it for profit.
Right.
But there are ways around that, because a lot of people, their paycheck could just be what the profit would be.
I know, isn't that
so
crazy? But there's certain things that you have to report on your taxes too when you're a nonprofit organization. So you can't just, All right, family, we are getting ready to take a break. When we come back from the break, we do have a few announcements that we want to share with you. So we're asking you to share this video out with as many people as you can, and stay tuned to the Be Inspired Radio Show only on BeExposedRadio.com.
Check out what you missed on Be Exposed Radio.
Listen to Elizabeth Warren talking about Black lives and Black life.
Police are not occupying armies. This is America, not a war zone. I speak today with full knowledge that I have not personally experienced and can never truly understand the fear, the oppression, and the pain that confronts African Americans every day.
Don't you just want to kill yourself? I mean, not from what she was saying, but from the music that was playing in the background. I just want to, oh gosh, but every word she said was prolific, and it did not come from what is now becoming mainstream is white privilege. She has a sensibility about her, and the way she speaks about different things that has, from the first time I saw her, I can't remember what state she's in. I think she's in like North Carolina or something like that, somewhere I'm not going. That some kind of sensibility about her that makes me like her for president. But she's not running. We have this old guy that looks like he should be on the popcorn box. Then we have Martin O'Malley. Fine. We'll settle if we must. Hillary, who I like, but she just has to fight against all this controversy, and that's the hard part of it all. Then we have Huckabee. I could have swore he died, like in one of those books, like a fairy tale book. Trump, we'll get to you in a moment. Meet with all these black folk in one room, and they just fell for it. Like, he must have been giving out $100 bills behind them.
Check out the Talk Lately show every Tuesday nights from 7 p.m. to 8 p.m. right here on BeExposedRadio.com.
Ladies, are you in need of the best quality hair extensions, a cute outfit, or that perfect pair of shades? Pink Ice products can cover you from head to toe. From flawless weaves to apparel. Visit us online at pinkiceproducts.bigcartel.com. We're located at 3000 Old Alabama Road, 119-303, Alpharetta, Georgia. Or give us a call at 470-488-6484. Come on in and check out Pink Ice Products today.
Hey everybody, check out what you missed on the one and only Be Inspired radio show.
I'm just thankful this year I've dealt with, some growing pains, and I've overcome some things, and I've also, accomplished some things in the process. I've learned some things. I learned that everybody loves your work until they got to pay for it. That's what I learned. I learned everybody loves what you do.
The pay?
I mean,
not always.
Listen, the Bible says money answereth all things.
Well,
okay, and there is a place. There is a place where finances is necessary. And when you got kids and when you got a wife and then you doing everything and you top dog at what you do, especially when you weren't in the same place like with this radio show, you ain't in the same place you were a year ago. Should nobody be coming on the show and not donating to your show?
Can you say that on my show?
Should nobody be coming to your show?
Can you say that in the middle of the live?
Make that a promo, please.
Should nobody come on this show without donating?
That is a nice commercial.
I don't care if it's $20.
Donate.
Tune in to Be Inspired every Wednesday live at 7 p.m. right here on
Check out
Be
this
Exposed Radio.
flashback of the Artist Exchange radio show on BeExposedRadio.com.
If you had a dream venue, where would that be? Like, some people want to do Carnegie Hall or like a big stadium somewhere.
I want to go with Madison Square. I wanna feel that
so
building.
You just gonna shoot for the moon.
I want to feel it. I want to look out and just feel the vibration of all of those people there to be uplifted and all of that, because that's what I want to do for people.
So are you dancing? Or
I want to implement that. I think I want to start doing some blocking, like not like tear it up, but just like a
little 1-2,
pale, a little not voguing, but kind of the essence of it, very posy and hit the mark. Yeah, we're not trying to like bust out sweats.
So that's mean you don't have the dance gene and you.
I can dance.
Okay,
that's
not what I
was doing. I can
dance,
but I'm not, trying to give that. That's not my lane. I want to keep it really kind of.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
Welcome back, everybody, to the Be Inspired radio show right here on BeExposedRadio.com with your host, Miss Be Inspired on the mic.
And the artisan angel HLVII Azrael.
And we are patiently waiting for our other co-host, Blizzard, who should be here shortly. He's been working all day. He actually works with children, and I think he has a yoga class that he's doing tonight. So we're patiently waiting for him to come in the studio. We always like it when he comes in. It just makes it even more fun. So he should be here soon. But as promised, we do have a few announcements that we need to make, and I'm happy to make these announcements. I have the pleasure of being in a fashion show myself. Whoops. Now, this is a rare occurrence, family. This is not something that I do often, but I am doing it because it is a good cause. The clothing line is called Ouch Girl. And the fashion show will be on September the 30th, 2017 from 4 to 8 p.m. And it's going to be at the Doubletree by Hilton, BWI. And I have the pleasure, again, of being a model in that event. This is the launch of Ouch Girl, and I'm so happy to be part of it because the theme is Ouch Girl is a clothing apparel for grown, confident, and courageous women. Yes, I think I fit that bill. Yes, I do.
You actually do.
And so I'm grateful. Thank you, Candace, for inviting me to be part of that fashion show. I cannot wait. And the event is going to be hosted and emceed by comedian Queen Aisha. I hope I said her name right, because I can mess up a name. I need to get the phonetic spelling on stuff before I say it.
Personally, I feel like I'm pretty okay with names.
Yeah, okay, so you tell me, is this Queen Aisha? Is that says Aisha?
It's either Aisha or Aisha.
Okay. But Queen Aisha, I'll say that. Queen Aisha is going to be the MC for that event. She's been featured on BET's Comic View and Showtime at the Apollo.
Uh-oh.
Mm-hmm. Yes. So she'll be hosting that event, and I have the pleasure of being one of the models. I actually did go to the model call and the practice, and it was so fun. I was like, I have to literally dust the cobwebs off of my modeling because it has been years since I have done anything like that.
Well, it's about time for you to pick it up again.
Yeah, just for this event. Because I am a grown, confident, and courageous woman. That's why they picked me.
Or maybe after this event, you can keep it going.
I don't know about that. See, my best friend, Kendra, who is also I Am Kaylee model, she's the model. Yes, she is. She is the model. I give a shout out to her.
I'm just saying, maybe Miss Be Inspired can show her stuff on the runway too.
Oh, maybe. I don't know. So, well, how about this? Y'all come check me out on Saturday, September the 30th, 2017 at the Doubletree by Hilton BWI from 4 to 8 p.m. And you tell me what you think. And tickets will be on sale at Eventbrite. So just go on and look up Ouch Girl Fashion, Eventbrite.com, and you can get the tickets there. And I'll also make sure I post the link so that you can get tickets there. Also, this weekend, I will be hosting, and I am the MC at the Live on Purpose Conference 2017. Yes, September the 22nd through 24th, 2017. I will be working the entire weekend, which means I'll be doing praise and worship that Friday, and I'll be emceeing all day on Saturday. There's a comedy show on that Saturday, and then there are words of encouragement on that Sunday. The words of encouragement won't be coming from me. There will be a speaker there, but I will be emceeing the entire weekend and also relaunching my handcrafted product line, Flowers by Nay. So yes, you'll get to see some of the products that I'll have there. Again, that event is this weekend, September 22nd through 24th, 2017, the Live on Purpose Conference 2017, and that is in Williamsburg, Virginia, Courtyard by Marriott in Williamsburg, Virginia. I'm excited about that, and there are a lot of people that registered for that event. I'm like, wow. And we're going to be traveling from all over. We have people coming in from Atlanta, from South Carolina, of course, from Maryland, from Delaware, from Virginia. People are going to be just coming in from all over to this event. And I just feel so blessed to have been chosen to be the host for that event, which is why I said I got to get myself healthy so I could be, on point. Also, again, and you'll hear more about this event tonight, Stomp the Runway for Autism. The third edition on Saturday, October the 7th, 2017 at the Palladium, 2900 Liberty Heights Avenue, Baltimore, Maryland, 21215. And we have the coordinator of that event, Derek Dixon, in the studio with us tonight. He is also the CEO of the 3D Foundation. We'll be talking to him a little bit more about that event tonight and also the foundation. So you know what? You can't go nowhere. And then we got another event. What's this event real quick you got?
Well, actually, we don't have time. I'll do it as soon as we get back.
Okay. Whew. I'm telling you, it's a good thing to have a lot of announcements to make because we got a lot of people who are sponsors and who enjoy our show. So thank you so much. But we're getting ready to take another break. And when we come back from the break, everybody, you have to stay tuned because our guest for the night, Derek Dixon, is in the studio. And guess what? He did not come alone. He brought some folks with him. So y'all got to stay tuned, all right, to the Be Inspired Radio Show right here on BeExposedRadio.com.
Ladies, are you in need of the best quality hair extensions, a cute outfit, or that perfect pair of shades? Pink Ice products can cover you from head to toe, from flawless weaves to apparel. Visit us online at pinkiceproducts.com. www.bigcartel.com. We're located at 3000 Old Alabama Road, 119-303, Alpharetta, Georgia. Or give us a call at 470-488-6484. Come on in and check out Pink Ice products today.
Man, it is what it is. Man, it is what it is. Well, it is what it is.
This fly T Miles, also known as Tyree Miles, and Mr. Miles the writer.
Hip Hop K, check us out every Friday on Be Exposed Radio at 9/11.
Coming to y'all soon.
Thank you for tuning in to BeExposedRadio.com. Sit back, relax, and listen to this flashback of the Artist Exchange Radio Show.
This is the reality
Yes.
of the world that we're living in. A lot of young people don't have the information that is necessary to have healthy lives. And a lot of the organizations that are geared towards young people don't have individuals that are going to be as honest as this gentleman.
Well, one of the issues that I have with this quote-unquote Christian nation that we live in is that
not just the Christians,
being... Religion allows you to live in denial, but the world does not live in denial. So who are you helping with your... All right, I'm going to stop. I'm about to do something.
The reason I shrink that or take that away because it's people who are not religious. It's people who they're not giving their young people, or they don't have a person that could be that honest with them. I mean, we all have that. I know I had a mother like that.
There are...
rather than...
And it's just... and it's been recently because I've recently had more interaction with teen mothers than I have in my whole life. I wasn't my mother wasn't a teen mother. Her mother was. She made sure none of her daughters were. So it was, in as I get older and working in certain areas, you tend to run into that. And one of the things that blows my mind is how often a teen mom does not talk to their child at all, period, much less their daughter that they had at 15, to say, these are the realities of sex. These are the realities of the choices that you can or cannot make. These are the reality. Like, how do you not, after going through it yourself, knowing the stress, the looks, how do you then turn and look at someone else and say, all right, good luck? I mean, this is your offspring. I'm sorry. I just get very emotional about that. It bothers me that there are a great deal of people.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
And we're back. Welcome to the Be Inspired Radio Show, only on BeExposedRadio.com. You're here with HLVII Azrael.
And Miss Be Inspired on the mic.
And we have a room full of special guests for you, and I'll let them introduce themselves.
Well, let me do it. Let me start over because I want to make sure I do this right. Okay. So yes, as promised, family, I told you we had an amazing show planned out for you tonight, and I'm excited because Derek and I have known each other for a minute. And so to me, yeah, I was a kid. I was a youngin' back then, and actually I modeled then. But that was a long time ago. Hit that again. Long time ago. Boom. Okay, there we go. But yeah, so Derek and I have been knowing each other for a long time. So that's why I said let me do this right because this is family. Right here. So he is the CEO of the 3D Foundation. Tonight's topic, and I decided at the last minute, doing things on purpose. And the reason why I chose that, because I thought about you, and I thought about all the wonderful things you've been doing surrounding autism, and you've been on some major news networks talking about it and all the nine. So I wanted to make sure I introduced you correctly. So everybody help me in welcoming Derek Dixon. Yeah. Boom. Okay, so now you can tell everybody hello.
Hello. My name is Derek Dixon.
Yes.
I brought some guests with me.
Yes.
Hello, everybody. I'm Summer Goodman, and I'm publicist for the 3D Foundation.
Oh, wow. Oh, yeah. Get him some.
Hello, everybody. This is me, Elwood, a.k.a. Mr. Class. That's Class with a K.
Hello, everybody. I am Jill Jones. I'm known as Rhonda Opham. I am the CEO and designer of Jill Couture, the headlining designer.
Oh my good, y'all! Don't we like exclusives here? The headlining designer up in the studio. I'm so excited. Okay, so before we get into the interview, we do have one announcement to make.
A couple of announcements.
All right, go ahead.
Apparently there's a lot going on Saturday, September 30th, because there's also a comedy show hosted by Damon Sims featuring Desi Alexander. Pretty popular. What?
I said my cousin.
Right. He's a pretty popular comedian. It's over in Windsor Mill. Just message the page or me personally if you would like any tickets. It's gonna be a fun show, food and drinks, everything. It was fun last time. And then for another project I'm in, there's a showcase for Victorious Productions. It's a youth organization that helps young artists. It was named after the late great Victoria Swift, who was killed around Mondawmin last year. So it's just kind of leaving him a legacy and something to remember him by. And yeah, it's right at the Why Not lot at 4 West North Avenue this weekend, this Saturday from 12 to 4:30. It'll be fun.
Wow.
Yes, and I happen to be out of town at the Live on Purpose conference. I'm hosted all weekend. I'm so pumped in Williamsburg, Virginia at the Marriott. All right, so let's do this. Also, of course, we're here to talk about Stomp the Runway for autism.
Yes.
And so I'm going to go ahead and have you just introduce yourself to everybody, Derek, and just let them know who you are.
Well, I am a writer. I am a stage plays writer. I'm an author. I am a producer. I'm a director. And I am a father of 3 boys.
Wow. Yes.
Yeah.
Now, how is that?
And that's good. I adopted 3 boys. I adopted my first son, Cortez, when he was 5. And then the other 2 I just adopted June 7th.
Wow.
So I have a 17-year-old, I have an 8-year-old, and I have a 4-year-old.
Now, sometimes on Facebook, you post some funny videos of your encounters with your sons.
Yeah.
But why do you feel it's important to do that and to share your journey?
I think it's important because there's so many children that are less fortunate. And I think that, sometimes, as a parent, you want it to show that, yes, it's a lot of work, but I want to show also men, be involved with your kids' lives, be a part of their lives, because this is what they're going to remember. This is what they're going to cherish and everything. So as they grow up, so to take people through that journey with me, there's ups and there's downs and everything, but it's that bond that we're growing together. So therefore, as we get older, I got to make sure one of them going to take care of me. So, but I just think that to go on that journey, take people on the journey with you, just to show that, like I said, there's ups and downs about it, but to be a parent, especially to boys, they need that, especially in these times. They need that. So I think I think it's that I want my kids to enjoy life, to experience life. We go to all type of events. I take them to the football game, the basketball game. We go to concerts. We go to the the ice capades. I take them everywhere. And what I also do is that I buy them front row seats. Because I don't want anyone to ever take advantage of my kids. And I want them, when someone says, "Oh, I can give you this, I can give you that," and they can say, "You know what? I've been there, done that. I don't need you to." I like that. I don't need you to give me something that my dad already gave me. So that I want them to experience it all. I may not even know who plays on the Ravens, but we're gonna sit there and root for them Ravens, and we sit in a little skybox and all that kind of stuff, because I want them to be able to experience it and enjoy life.
Yes, and so Cortez is the oldest, right?
Cortez is 17.
Okay, and he's autistic?
He is autistic.
Okay, so can you just kind of talk about the relationship with him being autistic and also you starting the 3D Foundation?
Cortez came into my life when he was 5. So all my children are adopted. And when Cortez came into my life, I had no idea what autism was. It never fathomed to me that he was autistic. I just knew, okay, when I was talking to him, he wasn't answering quite right, or I thought maybe he was ignoring me, and you know, he would have problems here and stuff like that. So we had him tested, and when he was tested, the one thing that bothered me is when the therapist and everything, when they did all the testing, came back and said he was mentally retarded. That killed me, and I was like, you're not going to label my son mentally retarded. And I said, because he's not. So I did more research and found out about autism and what it was, what the traits were, about how to work with autistic children. So that bond became very close. But the one thing is that being a father of an autistic child, and I'm going to say being a parent of an autistic child, you become very to yourself because you don't want to hinder other people. Because you, and that part of it where they have, you know, their outbursts when we could be at the mall, we could be at the store, anything can trigger them. You know, so you become very secluded because you don't want anyone to say anything about your child. You don't trust anyone with your child because you figure they don't understand. Family is hard for them to understand. I remember my family was like, why are you doing this? Why are you putting this on yourself? And I really didn't know why I was doing it till later on to realize that this was my purpose. This is what I was born to do. This is what I was supposed to do. And as I got further along, as Cortez got older, and I started finding out that I needed a support system. But how do I get the support system? And how do I go out and talk to other parents that have autistic children? And then when I did, I realized they were doing the same thing I was. And they were living in a box. They weren't, you know, finding other support systems. So that's when I created the 3D Foundation, because I'm like, okay, I'm not the only one. You know, and I've realized that other parents out there needed that support system. They weren't going out. They weren't taking their children out. They weren't exposing their children to life. And we keep saying that, you know, we're teaching them life skills. Life skills can't happen behind closed doors.
Right, no.
That was hard. It took me a good second to understand. I was like, hold on.
Yeah.
That makes too much sense.
You can't teach a child life skills behind closed doors, and then, you know, we send them to school and put them in life skill classes, but they have to enter through a certain door. They have to eat lunch at a certain time. You know, their classroom is on the end of the hall. Well, how are you teaching them life skills, and how you teach them to interact when you've secluded them and put them in their own little world?
Wow.
Yeah.
They're not learning.
That's true. I'm gonna take a second and read some comments.
You're a very quotable person.
Like,
I heard so many quotes already.
So we have, Smiley. Autism has no defeat. Autism doesn't define me. I believe in possibilities and results. Ganita said, "Speak, Sir Dixon." Looking sharp, man. Smiley. Oops. Let me go back. Technology. Let me go back in. Do you have it up?
Yeah.
Okay.
Autism doesn't define me or my daughter, who happens to be nonverbal. She's 12. She's amazing just the way she is. Autistic children can be taught. It may take them longer than most, but they are teachable. # drop the mic.
And then Nicole said, "I'm a single mom of 5, and I've pretty much been on my own trying to find resources for autism on my own, which has been challenging at times, especially for medical services, since my son has Medicaid." Can you speak to that a little bit?
Yeah, you know, when you're looking for services, you do have to do a lot of research on your own, because the school's not going to give it to you. So, and I want to tell Nicole, you have to be very proactive about it. especially when your child is in school and they have an IEP. You know, we're not, myself, I'm not a doctor, but I'm an expert on autism because I'm raising a child with autism, and I know what works and what doesn't work for my child. So you have to be their advocate. You have to speak for them for what you need. But one thing is, the first thing as an autistic parent, you have to make sure that you're taken care of. Because if you don't have that support, then you can't service your child. You can't speak for your child. But as far as services, I would go, you're just going to have to research in your county or your city and everything in your school and find that IEP aide that you can sit down and talk to. And they can inbox me or email me, and I can kind of give them some names of who that they can reach out to. Because that's what the 3D Foundation is about. You know, excuse me, I'm about to choke up. But but we need to get a box of tissue. See, I know, because once I start.
But that's allowed.
But the 3D Foundation, what we also do is that we have like parent nights, so that way we can get together. But I normally get like a guest speaker or someone that comes in and kind of do different topics to find out, you know, what is it that the parent needs, and because the biggest thing is school and the IEPs, and the IEPs is, you know, helping the child. Do they need speech in school? Do they have behavioral problems? Should they have a BIP, which is called a behavioral program for them? What you know, do they have dietary needs? Do they need physical therapy? So those things that you can ask for your child, and they have to work with you to get it. Do they need a one-on-one that someone has to sit next to them and help them with their work? But they have to be proactive and go in there and speak for their children. They cannot let a teacher say, no, he doesn't need that. Knowing that your child needs it, because you know your child better than anybody else.
Most people have, from my personal experience in school, a lot of people just have too much, I guess I would say, faith in the school systems, because they don't really know what's going on in the system itself. Because personally, me going through City College, I've witnessed firsthand that not everyone is really taken care of. They only really focus on a select few, and usually, I hate to say it, but it's the people that came from Roland Park. Everyone else is usually thrown away or ignored or forced into something that they don't want to go into, saying that it's the best thing for them, but it's not. So it's really bad when, I'm sure when a kid is facing autism and they're told what they do need or what they don't need, but a lot of parents are just too scared to confront the school system and to really say something about it, because they think the schools are just doing what they're supposed to do. But realistically, they're not.
And they can call, if they wanted to have a meeting for their child, they have that right to do that. The teacher, the parent, or anything, they cannot say, oh, well, we're going to have one in 3 months. No, if I want to have one tomorrow, you know, you need to get your team together and have that meeting. And any time that you can take anyone you want to that meeting. You know, if you want to take a lawyer, if you want to take, you know, the doctor who knows your child, an advocate with you that can help you, you know, talk about what your demands you need for your child.
I'm gonna hop in here because we do have to take a break.
Okay.
It was important for me to just take a minute to talk about the foundation and the relationship between your son, who is autistic, and your experience, because I know there are a lot of listeners who wanted to hear about that. When we come back, we'll wrap up that part, and then we'll get into talking about Stomp the Runway.
Yes.
And I also want to hear from our other guests in the studio. So everybody, thank you so much for tuning in. Stay tuned to the Be Inspired Radio Show right here on BeExposedRadio.com.
Hey everybody, check out what you missed on the one and only Be Inspired Radio Show.
I'm just thankful this year I've dealt with, you know, some some growing pains, and I've overcome some things, and I've also, accomplished some things in the process. I've learned some things. Like, I've learned, I learned that everybody loves your work until they got to pay for it. That's what I learned. That's what I learned. I learned everybody loves what you do.
The pay?
I mean,
not always.
Listen, the Bible says money answereth all things.
Well,
okay, and there is a place. There is a place where finances is necessary. And when you got kids and when you got a wife and then you doing everything and you top dog at what you do, especially when you weren't in the same place like with this radio show, you ain't in the same place you were a year ago. Should nobody be coming on the show and not donating to your show?
Can you say that on my show?
Should nobody be coming to your show?
Can you say that in the middle of the live?
Yeah, make that a promo, please.
Should nobody come on this show without donating? That is a nice commercial. I don't care if it's $20.
Donate.
Tune in to Be Inspired every Wednesday live at 7 p.m. right here on BeExposedRadio.com.
Check out this flashback from Talk Lately with Money only on BeExposedRadio.com.
Hello, how you doing?
Hey, what's going on?
Not much. What's going on with you?
All is well. I was just talking. I heard you talking about the climate and everything. So what do you think is like signs of the time?
Yeah, it could be.
No, it's not signs. I don't believe God is a woman. She ain't coming back no time soon. She's taking her time.
I like your thinking. She's a woman.
Say it again.
I said I like your thinking. She's a woman. She's smart.
Yeah, she's a woman. Women want to take their time. The thing is, you shouldn't be ready for God to come back. You should just get yourself ready. Period.
True. Be prepared.
Always.
I gotta make sure I go buy a boat this weekend then, because these floods ain't no joke.
Buy a boat.
Yeah.
It ain't gonna flood the city. If it do flood the city, maybe it wash away some of this crime.
But look, I live in Federal Hill. I live right next to the water. I'm next.
Okay, well that's fine. That's fine. You be next. You buy your boat. Federal Hill need to go down anyway. But the trailer trash down. It's been down there for years. I don't understand why black people will move to Federal Hill. That's where they was hanging people at.
Cause it's better. What?
Hello?
Yeah, I gotta go to break. I thank you for your call though.
Don't thank me. Thank them white people you live next door to.
I will as soon as I get home to make sure she swept up front because I'm on it.
Perfect. You better hope they ain't got no damn rope in their backyard because they hanging us.
Oh gosh, in Federal Hill, we don't have no trees.
They're gonna hang you from the porch. There ain't gotta be no tree.
A porch. All right, thank you. Damn, they hanging us. We'll be right back.
All this and much more every Tuesday at 7 p.m. on Talk Lately with Money. Only on BeExposedRadio.com.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
Welcome back, everybody, to the Be Inspired Radio Show on BeExposedRadio.com. TGIW. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. Now, you already know the drill. We need you to invite your entire friend list. Just go down the whole thing. Just go invite everybody that you can. Also, this is Miss Be Inspired on the mic.
And the artisan angel HL7 Azrael.
And Blizzard is diligently working. He works with children, and he is actually doing a yoga class with the kids as we speak. So we're hoping he'll be able to make it into the studio. But most of all, we just want him to be safe and take care of himself. So he may be in a little later on in the show. And then we have Valicia, who'll be joining us at about 8:18. She'll be giving us some inspirational nuggets. So you got to stay tuned for that as well. In the beginning of the show, we gave you a bunch of announcements that we will repeat toward the end of the show. We want to allow time for our guests because we definitely have some amazing stuff to chat about and some great people in the studio. And so if you're just tuning in, our topic for tonight is doing things on purpose. And we felt that this was a fitting topic because of who our guest is, Derek Dixon, who's in the studio with us tonight, the CEO of the 3D Foundation. And so we're going to allow him to talk a little bit more, because before we left, we started to really talk about his experience with autism and also why he created the 3D Foundation, which really is a support system for other parents who have autistic children. Because as we said, sometimes it can be tough and you can be isolated. So, Derek, if you wanted to, let me get my notes, because you said you wanted to talk about outsiders that think they can fix your children for you.
Yes.
So you can expand on that a little bit.
You know, there's a lot of times when people see you with your children, or, you know, I can't name names, but someone wanted to, you know, come over and kind of help with, you know, kind of take the load off of me, I should say. And I would hear a lot that you can't feed them this. You got to feed them that. And you can't feed them processed food, and you can't do this and everything. And I'm like, I've been raising this child since he's 5 years old. The food has nothing to do with it. My son also has a seizure disorder. The food has nothing to do with it. You know, there are certain things that I don't know of why he has the seizure disorder, and we can't, you know, detail it to like one area, or what happened for him to have autism, because I wasn't there, you know, as far as, you know what happened with him at birth. But when other outsiders come in and think they can fix your child, I had one time somebody literally asked me, you know, maybe you should beat him. Literally said that to me. Maybe you should beat him.
We're not doing that.
And I really had to remove that person from my life, because I'm like, you know, what if they were alone with him, and Cortez may have zapped out one day, and that would be his way of thinking, I'm going to discipline, I'm going to fix him by beating him.
That doesn't work at all.
It doesn't.
Something isn't going how you want, so I'm going to hit it.
I'm just going to hit it, right.
That makes no sense.
None.
Like,
None.
Oh my goodness.
I always tell people, and I said, you know, I had to learn myself, stop making him live in my world and live in his world. Because if I live in his world, it's much easier. Now, by living in his world, does that mean I let him do what he wants to do? No, but now I understand him better. You know, I can't make him me.
Right. You wrote a book, though.
I did. It's called Don't Call Me Different, I Just Do It Differently.
Okay.
And I did.
That was a bar. Every time I hear it, I'm going to ring the bell.
I know. You know, we have to, you know, stop. We have to learn how to teach the way they learn. If we teach the way that they learn, because they're geniuses. They truly, autistic children are so intelligent. My son can sit down, don't watch a movie with him, because if he's watched it before you, he's going to tell you word for word about the movie.
Wow.
And he can watch it one time. He's going to tell you what they drove, what the song was, what they wore, everything. So you just have to learn how to find out what taps into their thinking, where they're at and everything. Like right now, they have a compulsive behaviors. And right now he's on this Henry Danger kick.
I love Henry Danger.
and he wants Henry Danger gum. He wants Henry Danger shirts. He wants a sidekick, and he wants the wild dogs, or whoever all these people are. He lives in this world right now with Henry Danger.
Wow.
So I have to go to the Henry Danger world with him, you know, because that's where he's at right now.
Okay, so we only have 1 minute left in this segment. Time is flying. Oh my gosh. So the next segment, we are definitely talking about Soft the Runway. We got to, because this event is just, I know it's going to be phenomenal. I had the chance to go to the first one, and I enjoyed it. And there were so many people there in support of the event. And so I know this is not going to be any different. It's probably even going to be better.
But I changed the concept.
You did?
I did.
Oh my gosh. So that's another reason why we got to talk about it and get people out, because I don't want people to miss anything. Okay, so everybody, please stay tuned. We'll be right back. You're listening to the Be Inspired Radio Show on BeExposedRadio.com.
50s, her late 40s, early 50s. That's not uncommon. It's a lot of. I mean, I can give you examples like that.
But it's a good thing he's dead because she can actually move on. Like, you can't move on. If he was alive, if he was alive and she found out she was having sex with her father for 15 years, you can't move on from that. Somebody's got to die.
You can't. It's gonna be hard.
Somebody's got to die.
So wait, that means he didn't know either, though.
Immediately, so I can stop vomiting because I don't have nothing else left to vomit. All my insides, all my skeleton.
He didn't know either. That's what would be the crazy part.
He wouldn't. He still doesn't know because he's dead. How does that game go? Marry, screw, kill? How does that work when it's your dad? Oh my gosh, we talk about stuff like this and more every Tuesday at 7 p.m. on Talk Lately, the radio show. Only on BeExposedRadio.com and on YouTube live where you can see us. You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com, the home of Talk Lately with Monty, every Tuesday at 7 p.m.
Hey everybody, check out what you missed on the one and only Be Inspired radio show.
Focus on the word take for a moment.
Yes.
Oh my goodness. I mean, when I begin to just, think about take. Mm-hmm. When you taking something, yes, we think about the possession and grabbing hold, but when you taking something on, you're capturing it, you're securing it, and you become impregnated with that.
Wow.
Tune in to Be Inspired every Wednesday live at 7 p.m. right here on BeExposedRadio.com.
Ladies, are you in need of the best quality hair extensions, a cute outfit, or that perfect pair of shades? Pink Ice products can cover you from head to toe, from flawless weaves to apparel. Visit us online at pinkiceproducts.bigcartel.com. We're located at 3000 Old Alabama Road, 119-303, Alpharetta, Georgia. Or give us a call at 470-488-6484. Come on in and check out Pink Ice products today.
Hey everybody, this is your girl, the one and only Thick Cows. Check us out every Saturday from 5 to 7, only on BeExposedRadio.com.
With our parents, they gotta have the best of everything, or when you go to school you gonna kill them.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? And then you look and it's like, did you have it like that when you was in school? Nah, girl, my parents, I had to go to school with stuff, old tennis shoes and stuff like that. I ain't gonna let my kids go, but a decent pair of tennis shoes, a decent slacks, whatever. I'm kind of glad that they did the uniforms.
Oh my God, they did the uniforms right while I was leaving.
They did the uniforms. It was like 2 years behind me right after I left from school. And I'm like, oh man, it saved a lot for our parents. It helped the parents a lot. But still, they still found the way to live vicariously through their kids.
Yeah. Because like with my daughter's school, when she was in school, as long as she wore the shirt, the school shirt, she could wear any pants. Or as long as she had like the cardigan on, a school cardigan, she could wear any outfit.
And do you realize, like private schools, county schools, deep county schools, they've been in different towns. They already been wearing uniforms. Even when you watch like an after school special, they have on uniforms. We're the only ones in the urban areas that did not have on uniforms.
Yeah.
We still were.
We was late getting
We were super late.
Yeah. Hey, what's up, good people? It's the man you all know and love, E. Digger. Make sure you check us out every Saturday from 5 to 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, only on BeExposedRadio.com.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
Welcome back, everybody, to the Be Inspired radio show, only on BeExposedRadio.com. If you're just tuning in, thank you. I'm like an old lady right now, digging in my purse, trying to find a haul.
That's we touch.
All right. So again, we have an even more packed house because Blizzard is in the house.
Yeah.
And this is Miss Be Inspired on the mic.
And the artist and angel HLVII Azrael.
And then we have our awesome guest tonight. I really want us to go ahead and start talking about Stomp the Runway, because that is the featured event.
Yes.
I want to make sure that people know all the good stuff they can expect at the event. But if you're just tuning in, our guest tonight is none other than Derek Dixon, the CEO of the 3D Foundation. Yeah. And he is the father of 3 awesome sons and one who is also autistic, which is the purpose of the Stomp the Runway for Autism event.
Yes.
So if you want to talk about that a little bit.
Yeah, so I created Stomp the Runway for autism. And I thought, wow, people say, well, why a fashion show? Because, when you look good and you feel good.
Yeah.
So I wanted to encourage, and I don't just have a fashion show for models. Our children are part of the show.
Oh,
and I wanted to make sure that they are in the show and walking the runway. I had a lot of parents saying, oh, he's not going to do it. He's not going to do it. But I would get them and I'm like, no, come on, we're going to do it. If I had to walk down there with them, and they did it, and they did it with pride, and they were just so happy to, be on that runway and everything. Their parents were surprised.
What was the feedback like after the kids were in the show? Like, how did they respond?
The kids,
even the parents,
they loved it. They loved it, and the parents it was very emotional for them.
Yeah,
because again, we seclude our children, so we don't give them that exposure. So when they got that exposure and they saw that their kid could do it, they're like, "Wow, I never thought my child would do this."
Wow!
And then the children, they were, to them, they're like, "All right, Cortez, he's a ham. He loves the stage, anyways." But. Cortez, at one point, he was not, he was very shy, very timid. He didn't talk a lot, things like that. But again, giving him that exposure, he now, give him a mic, give him a stage, he's gone.
Wow.
But that was all of our children. I have another friend, her name is Dana, and her daughter Tyler. She did not think that Tyler would ever walk the runway, put on makeup, anything, and she loves it. She just loves it. So Shoe City is a big sponsor of ours, and they dress our children for the show. And then they're always our opening act. So we always do the Shoe City does children for their opening act and everything.
Nice.
So this year we have a special opening act too. We have Rayman.
Oh, what?
He's
They perked right up.
Yeah.
No, I mean, because I heard him mention Rayman before. Who is Rayman?
Rayman, he is a
I'm not very plugged in.
So the book that I wrote, Don't Call Me Different, I Just Do It Differently.
Yeah.
He wrote an original song for that book.
Oh my God.
Yeah, so it is really, really nice. So the opening act is just going to be live.
So we got to do our thing, right? Because he just gave us an exclusive. So here we go. Exclusive.
So that's going to be really nice. I'm excited. We did get to hear it, but I haven't really seen him perform it, so I'm excited to see him do that. So, but the show, I'm doing it different this year, where it's going to tell a story. So it's not just going to be models walking down the runway. It's going to tell a story and show our kids you're going to understand them more.
Wow, okay.
You're going to understand about what makes them mad, what makes them sad, what makes them happy, who encourages them. So because I want people to see them, for who they are, not be afraid of them.
Yeah.
And I think that's what a big thing is that a lot of people fear autism. They're going to get, that you can't take them to a restaurant because they might zap out or something. So I want you to see that they have feelings just like you and I do.
Yeah.
They're no different. There's little simple things that might trigger them different.
Right.
And you just have to learn how to deal with them and how to work with them.
Yes.
That's all it is. But this show is going to be it's a new meaning to me this year because again it's about empowering the children, but it's also about empowering the parents. I want the parents to know that you have a support system.
Yes.
And I always tell people, like, I did this we had a rehearsal, and I said, there's a lot of people, I said, oh, I don't know anyone that has autism or has an autistic child. Okay, you can't say that anymore because I'm in the room.
Right.
So now you know. So now we're connected. So now you're my support system. And we got to stop being afraid of you know, well, if I go over to Derek's house, you know, I know Cortez is autistic and everything. You can't be afraid of that because I'm still going to be me.
Right.
And I'm still going to let him be him.
That's right.
And you're going to come in my house and be who you are. And we're going to have a good day.
That's right. I know that's right.
He loved the ladies. He loved the girls. But we did an interview. We interviewed the children and interviewed the parents. It was so emotional that, like, Rhonda was in the room, Summer was in the room when we were interviewing them, and we did, you know, Dan, Iros Films. Dan is he was my producer for this video. We were all in tears because you really don't, you know, sometimes people don't understand. Raising a child's hard, regardless.
Yeah.
But when you have something that makes it just, you know, 10 times more, you know, and like this one parent, one mother, she said that she didn't have anybody. She didn't have a family.
Wow.
And she was doing this all on her own. She blamed herself for having an autistic child. You know, that killed me that, you know, she didn't have anyone to talk to, but she blamed herself. And I, you know, we try to tell her that, you know what, it wasn't you. God chose you because he knew that you can handle what I'm about to give you. This child needs you. This child, this child right here is so special. I need somebody that's going to care for him, that's going to teach him, that's going to nurture him. So we got to stop thinking it's my fault. No, God chose you for a purpose and for a reason. You know, so don't sit there and blame yourself. So this is what this show is about this year.
Okay.
You know,
Yay, family. I want to pull Summer in because I want to get your take on how it's been in supporting Derek on promoting this event and coordinating. How has it been for you?
Well, I have to say that from the inception of this event to now, it has grown exponentially. You know, when I first talked to Derek and he said, hey, I have this idea about a fashion show, I was like, oh, okay. I had no idea what I was in store for.
Yeah.
He had this vision at the time, and I thought I could see what he was doing, but, you know, I had no idea how big his vision actually was and how big it would come to be. This being the third installment of the fashion show, it's going to be bigger and better than it has been the last 2 years. And each year we see growth. Each year we see new people come and we're able to inspire and touch people, and just being a part of something so big that just started so organically and just kind of is growing out of control, and not out of control in a bad way,
in a good way, family.
In a good way, where it's actually doing what it was intended to do, and change the minds and change the perceptions of people in the community, so that people won't do small things that they didn't know that they were doing. Like they might look at a child, if they see them acting differently, they might stare at them, and just with what we're doing, we want people to be conscious of it. Don't stare.
Wow.
You know, if there's something you can do to help, help. If there's some way you can support, but don't stare. Don't make people feel different, because everybody's different.
Every single one of us.
We all have our autistic ways.
Hello.
Okay.
Every now Yeah. So what will your role be on the day of the event?
I have multiple roles supporting Derek, but on the day of the event, I'm going to be co-hosting the show with him, and it's an honor.
Nice.
Yeah. When you do productions with me, I make you work.
Okay.
I do make you work.
All right.
You can't sit around and just be like, oh, I'll just be okay. Well, let me see if you can sit around over there and do something, because you're not just going to sit here. I do make you work. I don't care if you got to tie knots and something. You're going to do it.
right, Elwood. What's good?
Yes. Not much. Elwood, Mr. Class with a K, not with a C. You already.
Oh, wait. Get some. Bars. So Elwood, I mentioned this to you before. My husband Titus.
Yeah, shout out to Titus. What it is, family.
Yeah. So yes, Elwood has been in my husband's productions before, but you do so much more than that. So talk a little bit about what you do and also your connection to Stomp the Runway.
Wow. I don't know where to start. Well, I'm a model, actor. I'm a dad of three beautiful girls. Yeah,
Lay it out. Yes, right. It's okay.
And actually, how I actually met Derek was through modeling, and it was an instant connection. Like I'm the type of person where as though I feed off of positive energy. And every time I've encountered there, it's always positive. Like, we call each other random, like, throughout the day. Be like, man, guess what happened? What? You never believe this. And then also in my full-time job, I'm a clinical liaison for community care nursing services. And I'm also an IEP manager for Baltimore City Public Schools. I may do a couple, I like to call them truth speakings. I actually just did one today. And just telling people more about just the insides about a lot of things, and then listening in what Brother Derek says. I always try to sit in on a lot of the meetings because a lot of times the parents aren't really informed, and they will let the school system tell them, oh no, we're going to have a meeting this day, we're not going to do this, this child actually doesn't need this. And that's I also hate that as well. Hate is a very strong word, but I tend to use it in the right way, because I hate it when whenever we get a new client or a new patient and they say, oh, well, read the IEP. This is going to tell you everything you need to know on how to direct a student, how to actually do that. Me, personally, I never read the IEP. I never read it. Unless, only reason why I'm actually reading is to make sure that they're not allergic to anything.
Yeah.
After that, I'm the type of manager, I go in and I actually sit with the kid to actually see what their weaknesses are, see what their strengths are. Because a lot of times the teachers, the classrooms are so overcrowded in Baltimore City School, and it's hard.
Say that.
It's so hard, and that's why I'm like so hard. Like on a lot of my work, it's like you don't get mad at the child. Like it's not actually their fault. We're here to help them and better them, and actually try to make some positive things happen.
Yeah,
so
I'm gonna hop in here because we do have to go to break, but I want to hear some more from you, Elwood. I think you're on to something. We got a lot of people hearting and stuff like that because they like, yes, say it, brother, say it.
Right now, he's on that. He's on to everything right now.
Yeah,
so we want to hear some more from you, Elwood. But when we come from the break, we have packed house. We want to make sure everybody gets some of this mic on tonight. So stay tuned to the Be Inspired Radio Show on BeExposedRadio.com.
Thank you for tuning in to BeExposedRadio.com. Sit back, relax, and listen to this flashback of the Artist Exchange Radio Show.
Football, you basically have a good 10 to 12 years, and that's what it is.
When you have a lot of people retiring early, it's funny. A lot of me and my alumni from UVA, where I graduated from, one of our fellow Wahoos, he retired yesterday, 32 years old. To Shaw Ferguson, and he's been in the league like 10 or 12 years. So like you said, a lot of guys are making that change on their own now because they're seeing a lot of things from the the concussion movement, stuff that's been happening. Is not the noun, it's the effects later, because you see different stories of men are in like their 50s and some are committing suicide because of the banging in the voices or the concussions. And
did you see that?
I haven't got a chance to see it. But
not the movie, but did you see those effects?
I have seen concussions in college where guys have played that whole entire game and didn't realize they was at a football game.
Wow.
But like before the big emphasis came about whole concussions and what's going on, we was
that
taught you just run to the wall. You know, you can't be soft. You shake it off and get back in it. So
the wrong attitude to have.
Right.
It's really internal. Like you really doing damage, not just to your bones, but to your mind.
Everything. Right. And later on down the line, because just like you said, once the game is over, when you've been in a game and you think about it, because I tell people the NFL, any sports, whether it's male or female, is a semi-military, because you're told when to get up, when to work out, what to eat, when to play. All right, now you got a curfew, you got to be in the bed by this time. You do it for years and years, and all of a sudden, bam, it's done. So what do you do?
Right.
So just like the military that have with PTSD, we have that because we so used to having a certain way. And I remember watching this Brian Gumbel on HBO, it was like years ago, and a guy would act like he was getting dressed, a real good football player, would walk his daughter to the bus stop, and he would come back in the house, close the curtains, and just sit there because he didn't know how else to handle himself, because he was so used to being told what to do, because our schedules are laid out. By this time you gotta do this, by this time you gotta do this, eat at this time, back on the field. So
hey, what's up, this is Nate, host of the Artist Exchange Radio Show. Tune in every Friday 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. and every Saturday 12 p.m. to 2 p.m. Real artist, real talk, real live, here live on BeExposedRadio.com.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
Okay, I appreciate that, bro. I know.
Yeah. We back live on the Be Inspired Radio Show, only on BeExposedRadio.com. With one of your co-hosts, you already know your boy Blizzard.
And your host, Miss Be Inspired on the mic.
And the artisan angel HLVII Azrael.
And we have a packed house on tonight. Or as they say, on tonight. On tonight, we have a packed house. I'm so excited because our featured guest tonight is none other than Derek Dixon from the 3D Foundation. Whoop, 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 whoop. He brought some amazing guests with him. He has Summer, who is his PR rep. She's taking care of Derek and doing all the whole 9 yards. And then we have Brother Elwood, who is definitely dropping some knowledge on us before we left on the break. Yes, and a model. Yay! And Rhonda, aka Jewel. Her line is the featured line on the show. Did we say exclusives? So we're going to pull Rhonda in a minute, but we want to wrap it up with Elwood, because before we left, he was shedding some knowledge on his experience with his children in the school system, and and he's very hands-on, which we commend here on the show. And he was also talking about the overcrowded classrooms. A mess. So Elwood.
Yes, like I said, the classrooms they are overcrowded, and which I don't really fault the teachers. I blame it just I don't know what's going on in Baltimore City, but it's not really good. It needs some improvement.
Yeah.
And we definitely need more males in the schools, man. It's so much in need, like so much in need.
Yeah.
And like I said before I left, I like to actually be hands-on with the students. Like I said, I never read the actual IEPs. The only time I read it is unless just to make sure that they're not allergic to anything. But anything past that, I like to go in, I like to sit with them, I like to ask them questions, and I like to push those buttons to see what will actually trigger some things, what they actually ignore, what some things that they like. In all actuality, if you actually sit and listen, they tell you everything, whether they're verbal or nonverbal. It takes you to actually listen. That's not only listening with your ears, that's listening with your heart, your mind, as well as your eyes, and looking at these different type of signs. They will tell you so much, so much. But if you're just there for the paycheck and you're not actually in tune with them, it's not gonna work. It's actually not gonna work. And they tell me all the time, "Oh no, Mr. Elwood, you don't have to come to the IEP meeting. They're just gonna switch them to another school, and that's just what it's gonna be." Oh, okay. What date is it? what
Yes.
time, and I will be there.
Absolutely.
The Baltimore City, they tell me I don't have to sit in. My boss, they tell me I don't have to sit in, but I go purposely.
Absolutely.
Because once I go in and I'm actually sitting with these kids and actually learning, and then what they're doing, I've seen them do it. They look at the IEP. Oh yeah, last year they were at a level 1. He had 4 blocks. He placed the 3 blocks. I'm like, he been past that. Like, where y'all been at? He been past that, and you're not giving the parents no type of new information. You have a lot of these so-called educated professionals that's coming in with all these degrees, but to me, they don't know nothing because they're reading in the books of what these children actually supposed to need. Like, don't know the child whatsoever. I tell them all the time, different strokes for different folks. You can't treat every person with the same illness with the same medicine. Like,
that's true.
It makes no sense.
Actually, it was a person I was talking to at my job today. We were talking about school and everything. And I'm pretty sure we've talked about it a couple of times on the show, but in school, people always tell me that I should go to college, but and the lady who told me that today, I told her, honestly, school is not for everyone because that same problem that you just talked about, people in the school system want to go by the books instead of what really goes on. They care more about the paper than what your actual skill set is. They rather you be able to pass a test than to actually know how to do what you're doing. And I feel like that's a problem. I feel like we need to go back to a system to where, in general, to where we focus on the individual and what they can actually do instead of what the paper says that they should be able to do, can do, because all that's honestly stupid.
Exactly.
Yeah, it shouldn't always be about the curriculum.
Right. Because realistically, you're not going to use any of the curriculum in real life.
At all.
So
I was going to say, I think it would be...
Never had to dig a ditch 5 feet.
No. Right, I never had to subtract the angle of a building and an airplane.
And I never had to know if Johnny went 5 miles down the street and Mary got 2 apples. How many do Betty have?
I don't know, and I still don't know.
None of them.
Okay.
All I know is
I don't know. I don't care.
Right. All I know is Betty got apples. I don't have apples. I don't care. Right, she not sharing. So
yeah, I mean, I think that what would be nice to have in the school systems is life skills classes. Something that teaches you, like, because I remember there was in the rec center that I was a part of, they actually taught you that, like, you were walking around buying stuff in the grocery store, you know, stuff like that, you know.
I do want to say this about it. So the teacher called me and said, Cortez is very hands-on with the girls. He's you know, hormonal and all that stuff right now. And, you know, we can't have him doing this, we can't have him doing that and touching the girls and things like that. I said, excuse me, isn't that a life skill that maybe we should be teaching him?
Seriously.
Because he's in a life skill. So this is an opportunity for you to say, okay, Cortez, because you see that this is an interest he has right now. So he's maturing. Why not take that opportunity and say, this is how you conduct yourself as a young man. Use that opportunity instead of calling me and saying, well, we had to put him in another room. How's he going to learn?
No.
How's he going to learn?
Wrong
so
answer.
they do things like that. They will say, well, we had to put him with Miss So-and-so so he wouldn't, you know, I'm like, then you missed the opportunity to teach him a life skill. You know?
I'm big on that. I mean, because my thing is, once you leave school, it's just like my husband when he left the military. It was hard for him to find a job, you know, because he was accustomed to a certain way of living there. But the same thing is true when you leave high school, when you leave the school system. You know, all you know is the classroom setting, but you don't know anything about how to write a check. You don't know how to start
I still didn't know how to do taxes.
You know,
and my boss had to explain to me how to do taxes.
Exactly, and these are all things that you are required to do once you turn 18, and you're looking at the papers like,
because I came home the first time I got my first apartment. I came home and I said, yeah. And there was no lights, and I was like going, what in the world?
Yes.
Oh, I really have to pay it?
Yes.
And pay it on time? You know, we didn't do that.
Those are the things that need to be taught.
You knew you came home every day and you had food, you had lights, and you had a roof over your head.
I know I had the budget. To be honest, until like 3 weeks ago, I had no idea what a W-9 form was. I didn't even know I had to fill that out to work. I didn't know any of that.
Yep.
They don't teach you the stuff you need.
But as a parent of an autistic child, we have to prepare because our autistic children become autistic adults.
Yeah. Wow.
You have to prepare them to live on their own. They're going to fall in love.
Yeah.
They're going to want to be married. So you can't sit there and say, oh, they're never. You can't say that.
Nope.
You know, we have to prepare them to be adults.
We gotta go to break. We come back. I really want to talk about the talk with Jewel. We want to make sure we pull her in here to talk about her product line. She has been patiently waiting, but I'm excited too because I want to hear.
We got a couple more exclusives. We got.
Oh my gosh! So listen, amen. We need another hour up on here. All right. So please stay tuned to the Be Inspired Radio Show right here on BeExposedRadio.com.
Hey everybody, check out what you missed on the one and only Be Inspired Radio Show.
Now here's one little speech I'm going to give you before I get into the next article. Here's what I want to tell you. Still, fear is big business. Fear is big business. I'm not telling you not to be alarmed by what you're seeing. I'm not telling you not to be concerned. What I'm saying is not to buy into the notion that we should be afraid. You should be informed. You should be aware. You should start educating yourself about some things. I don't have the solutions. I don't have the answer. I wish I could say that if you did X, Y, and Z, you might not get shot by the police. I wish I could tell you that, but I can't. But what I can say is just start making yourself aware of what's going on, but don't be so consumed by what you're seeing that you become afraid, that you don't want to go out. Or you become numb. That's a good point, Nate. Nate said, or you become numb to it, like you just don't care. So we need you to just continue to be in touch with what's going on, but educate your family, talk to your sons, talk to your daughters, because it's not just limited to men. We know from Sandra Bland, she was a young woman who was killed. And we don't want to say, we don't know all the details behind what happened. No, the fact is that person's life still matters. They still have rights. They should not just be killed dead before they even get a trial. Okay, that's the point. They deserve a trial at least, but they can't even make it to the jail cell to get a trial to be tried. They're being killed even before arrest. Terrible. So that's my soapbox.
Tune in to Be Inspired every Wednesday live at 7 p.m. right here on BeExposedRadio.com.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
Welcome back to the Be Inspired Radio Show, only on BeExposedRadio.com. You're here with your boy HLVII Azrael.
Miss Be Inspired on the mic.
Yeah, you already know your boy Blizzard.
Alright, so family, I need to inform you, Valicia will be coming on next week. She so graciously gave up her spot to allow Derek and company to continue their interview for tonight, and we didn't want to miss a beat because this is a huge show and we want to make sure we give enough time to talk about Stomp the Runway for autism, and also make sure we promote it because we really want you all to support this event. We know it's going to be awesome, and I'm definitely going to be there. I have nothing to do on October the 7th except for to be at Stomp. So that's where I will be. So we had a chance to talk this summer. And of course, our special guest tonight is Derek Dixon. We had a chance to talk to Elwood, who is also one of the models in the event. You'll get to see him doing his thing on the runway. But then we tell you we love exclusives on the Be Inspired. We love them so much. And so we have in the studio with us the featured artist of the clothing line, Rhonda, also known as Jewel, and she's going to tell us the name of her product line, her clothing line, and talk about what we can expect to see at the event.
All right, now. Hope we got your tickets. Hope we got your tickets. That's right. Well, first off, let me just say I'm just so happy to be a part of the production team. And this whole this show has inspired me. Just getting to know Cortez, who could do no wrong in my eyes. But you know, and just learning more and more about autism. You know, you know of people that have have kids with autism, but to be up front and close and know someone personally and to know the child personally, you know, it's I mean, it's actually nothing like I expected. You know, we all have our preconceived ideas of what it's about. But it's nothing like that whatsoever. So this actually inspired me to start a new collection called Audacious.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, that's right, Derek.
Audacious.
Because you know what? You know what the show is about tonight. You know, it is, to me, it describes who Derek is. You know, because I'm like, who adopts 3 kids and
doing things on purpose.
I was a single parent, but not on purpose.
Right?
That's on purpose. You know? But yeah, so it just inspired me. But I met Derek and he hosted my show I produced last year. And we connected, and we share the same vision.
Yes.
We feed off of each other. You know, I'm getting to know Summer as well, and of course Mr. Class over here, Mr. K.
All day, every day.
Right. Yeah, but it's awesome. So we collaborated, and I'm just excited. I have the whole half of the second half of the show, and I'm just gonna show my fashion, a couple different lines, and we're gonna tell a story. We're going to tell a story all about autism, and no need for introductions. You know, the film is going to introduce each line, each collection. It's not only about the kids, but the parents. Because I actually sat in on the rehearsal, and let me tell you, I had one napkin and it had chicken grease on it. So I was like, seriously. I mean, just to hear. You know, the stories from the parents, and I'm thinking I got it hard because I was a single parent. I'm like, oh my gosh, really? So yeah, very strong. I mean, it just takes a very strong person, and like Derek, so I don't know how you do it, but
yeah, I know. I mean, it takes definitely a strong, dedicated person to do what he has done for his 3 sons and continues to do. So definitely shout out to you, kudos to you for doing that and for giving those 3 young men a life maybe that they wouldn't have known if you didn't step up to the plate. So thank you so much.
Yeah, so I couldn't even make it about me. I was like, oh, I get to show my fashion line. You know, I got inspired. I was like, okay, we got to switch this up a little bit. You know, so I just wanted to make sense. And like I said, it's going to be some tears. It's going to be some laughter. It's just going to be great. It's going to be nice.
Wow, I love it.
And I was on her a lot, too, because I would call her up. What have you been doing? What, give me something. Tell me something. What does it look like? Give me a theme. I'm going to call you back. Okay. I'll call back in 5 minutes. Oh, you didn't call me back yet.
Right. It's all up on the rooftop doing photo shoots. You know, and that's the thing is like it's the talent within the production. You know, the production team. There's so much talent. You know, and it just inspires me every day. You know, we as a designer, we have our moments where it's like, okay, gosh, I don't even know what to think. I don't know what to do or whatever. But we just feed off of each other. And to me, that's what's important. You know, as a team. I mean, they all actors and stuff. They got me wanting to, try a little acting now. But this show is going to be so awesome. I'm telling you. Oh, it gives me goosebumps just talking about it. You know,
wow.
Jewel Couture.
Yes. Jewel Couture.
Jewel Couture. I started my fashion line in 2012. I was a former model, but I always made my own clothes, always sold, and I just happened to model for a designer, and I was like, I could do this, you know, and I got inspired, Jewel Couture. It initially started. I started designing for plus size women, curvy women. I'm tall and I'm curvy. You can't find clothes for me in Ashley stores. I'm sorry, you cannot. You know, I'm 5'9", the pants is not hitting the ankles, you know. So I want a jumpsuit that's going to actually hit the shoe.
Yes,
so,
everybody.
Yeah, hello, ding, ding, ding. Gotta get something. Go up anyway. Right? So, yeah, so that's what it's about. But and I have a men's collection as well. It's called Libidinous, meaning sexy. Oh, yeah. And Elwood. Oh, don't
Wait.
And if you follow Derek on Instagram or Facebook, you know, a lot of the posts or pictures he's been showing is my line as well. He wears it so well. Yeah. Yeah. So I'm excited, and just to see what where we're gonna. I'm gonna let him talk about it. I'm not gonna let me head out today,
let's do that because I know
we do have some great designers. We do at the first half. So we have Jonathan Pope with his unique creations. We have Larry Allen with LAS Swimwear. We have Sharon Dixon. She's coming from Houston, Texas. We have Lip Gloss and Stilettos coming from Virginia. We have David President coming from DC.
Wow.
Oh my gosh. And Geo, and I'm forgetting, who am I forgetting? I can't forget. Oh, Wintress. We have Wintress. And Fred January. Wow. Fred January he's doing his sunglasses, which has been featured on Empire.
What?
So we've got some. So we got,
I love it. We get
so Fred January, his sunglass line. I hope I didn't forget anybody. If I did, forgive me, you guys. So it's going to be a great show. We do have a special presentation coming from Miss Kim Fields Tootie herself.
Woo!
Yeah, so I'm telling you, when I have a vision.
The Inspired Radio Show. We gonna be there. Wait, man, what we doing, team? We gonna be there.
But when in summer, she knows this about me. When I have a vision and I want to do something, I am going to knock down every door to get there. I'm not afraid for people to tell me no. I'm not going to be afraid of people telling me no, because if you told me no, somebody else is going to tell me yes. So I'm all right for you telling me no. That's cool, because you know what? You're going to see what I did, and next year you're like, you know what? I want to be a part of that next year. So then we have Lady Hogan, First Lady Hogan.
Oh,
she's going to come out, and she's going to do the opening for us. So, like I said, the show has such a different meaning this year, and more people are getting involved with it. You know, I haven't even told my team yet what my set design is going to be, because I want them to come in be inspired by it. You know, so
be inspired. Our team got to be in the house.
So I haven't even told them about that, but it's a labor of love. And something that's not just for me, it's not just for them. You know, it's more so, like I said, this year it's about our parents. And I just want them to feel connected. I want them to feel a part of something. You know, we do have some mothers that have autistic children that are walking in the show.
Oh, nice.
What I'm really going to be working on for the next show that we do is the fathers to be involved. And I'm going to get more fathers to be involved, because mothers a lot of times they blame themselves, but fathers stay in denial for a long time. And when they're in that denial, it's hard for them to connect with that child. So that's one big thing I want to do, is have workshops and things for fathers and get them more involved, because it's hard. You grow up, or you as a father, you think, my kid's gonna throw the football with me and do this and do that with me, and they can't do it. So they stay in denial for a long time. So that's one big part I wanna work on. And then next year we are going to take Stomp the Runway on the road. And we are going to go to we're going to go to Atlanta, Georgia to do our next big show.
Awesome.
So I'm going to be flying out after the show. Actually, it's supposed to be my vacation and just kind of get away, but I'm going to be working. But you're still working, and I can't help it.
When you're doing what you love, you're not working.
It's not work.
No, that's right.
So I'm going to go to Atlanta and kind of scoop out some places. And like I told my models that I'm taking my top 6 models with me, and then Jewel Couture, she'll be the featured, and then we'll be looking for a couple of the designers in a couple of designers in Atlanta. We'll be looking forward to, so they can be a part of this show, because autism is just not here in Baltimore.
No,
it's not just here in Maryland. It's all over. So I felt like I'm being selfish if I think that it's just here. It's worldwide.
See what I'm talking about? This man right here. That's what I'm talking about. Yes. Always thinking.
So,
you never know what you're gonna get when he calls you. I was thinking.
How much time is this gonna cost me? I know you feel like that, Summer. Like, how much time is this gonna cost me?
I'm thinking next year we're going to camp.
But you know it's gonna be good. It's gonna be good. It's gonna be something interesting. It's never just something basic. Because he's always thinking outside the box.
Yes.
Creative.
And I have to, because as a playwright too, people always say, oh man, you the next Tyler Perry. No, I'm not. Tyler Perry's Tyler Perry.
Yeah.
I am the Derek Dixon. So don't compare me to what Tyler's did his thing, and I've gotten a lot of inspiration for him. I'm not going to. I've gotten a lot of inspiration for him, but I'm not Tyler Perry. I don't want to be Tyler Perry.
That's right.
I want to be Derek Dixon.
That's
Recognize
right.
me for who I am and what what I've accomplished. So. But so I've got someone asked me about the stage play, what I'm going to be doing next, and I am working. My script's already done and everything. So, but I had to get through this first. So I got to get through this.
And that to you. If I can't act, but I might pull a curtain up.
At the end of each scene.
Sponsored by Jill.
But we do want everyone to go. You can go on my website, and it's www.derekddixon.org. And that's DERRICK, and just click on Stomp the Runway. It will take you right to the link on.
Can you spell it again?
DERRICK, and then DIXON.org. Click on Stomp the Runway, and it takes you to the Eventbrite page to purchase your tickets.
Yeah, we want to see everybody come out.
Everybody's got to come out. And it's from 2 to 6. 2 to 6. And so it's a good hour. And let me tell you,
on time, right?
That's a good question. I do is I start on time. It starts at 2 o'clock. So you come walking in there at 3 o'clock, we halfway done. So 2 o'clock, I am very adamant about people's time. And when I say I'm going to start something at 2 o'clock, if 2 people are sitting in there, them 2 people are there on time. So we got to get moving. So it starts at 2 o'clock. It's at the Palladium Building, and everyone calls it the Castle. 2900 Liberty Heights Avenue. Yeah, and that's Dr. Wortham. He's one of my big sponsors. So I have to give a shout out to Dr. Wortham.
I think he's tuned in too.
Yeah, Dr. Wortham is my big sponsor, and I am so grateful. He has really, truly backed me up with this project. So, to have someone of his caliber, understand autism, and, he technically is Cortez's grandfather, but he has jumped on the bandwagon with me.
Yes.
And someone of his caliber to jump on the bandwagon with you.
Yes.
That means a lot. It gives me chills right now. But as Dr. Wortham has been my mentor and shown me, really don't give up and to really go after what you want. So all his teaching and everything, it's inspired me to do this right now.
Oh, and he's fashionable.
And he's very fashionable. So we may get him to walk the runway just a little bit too. Yeah.
I love it. Okay, so we have an exclusive. We want to give away some tickets.
Yes.
Ticket giveaway.
So what y'all want to ask? Because they got to earn these tickets. Now let's see what we want to ask them.
I have one general question I'm saving.
You gonna say that one?
I mean, we can use it, but it's a Christian it's a religion question in general.
Okay.
I had the
We
idea.
said that we were gonna do that at a different time, Tim.
Exactly, because that's a really good question.
Okay. All right. So, what did we say? Derek's oldest son's name is.
And how is it spelled?
Yes. And how is it spelled?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, we can't make it too easy. So, we're going to have, be creative. Go to his website. We did put those. Can you read off the website again?
Oh, you know what another better question is?
Okay.
What was the name of the book?
Oh, what was the name of the book?
Yeah.
Okay, yes.
What is the name of the book?
What was the name of
that
the
I
book
wrote?
that Derek wrote?
Yes.
Because I did ask.
Yes.
I did ask him. What was the name of the book that
Said
Derek
it
wrote?
3 times.
Let's do that. So that's the question. Let's do that.
Yeah.
Let's do that.
And they're going to get 4 tickets.
Okay.
Y'all hear this? Just name his book and you get 4 tickets.
Down.
Yes.
All right. So we need you to call in. The first caller, you call in with the right answer. Let me just say, you walking away with 4 tickets. So call us at.
He said, "I'll be right back."
I gotta get his number out. Okay.
That's you and 3 others.
Right.
Like, come on now.
All right. So 410-702-5657. That number again is 410-702-5657. What did we say the name of the book is that Derek wrote?
And Dr. Earl Wortham, we do know your voice.
Yeah, I know. We should. He can't really disguise his voice at all. It's just not going to happen. All right. So listen, you have the rest of this segment and also the next segment to call in. So we're giving you a chance to win those 4 tickets. Call us again at 410-702-5657. What is the name of the book that Derek wrote? I did ask him, and he did say it. But you can be creative and go on his website. What is the website again?
Isn't it Daryl D. Dixon?
Derek.
We got a phone. Okay, everybody put
Derek.
Okay.
Hello.
Hello. Welcome to the Be Inspired Radio Show. Who do we have on the line?
Hi. My name is Mary.
Hi, Mary. How are you?
I'm good.
Are you calling in to win those 4 tickets?
Yes, I am. I know the answer to the name of his book.
Okay, so what is the name of the book that Derek wrote?
Sit your dumb ass down.
Now, that was the first one.
That was the first one.
Nope.
Okay.
Sorry.
Oh.
Okay, so
we
That's not fair. Y'all
gotta
didn't specify which book.
Yeah, we gotta specify.
The book that we talked about tonight.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Right, so I completely thought she was just like
that
was
is
so
not-
random. I was like, whoa.
So what we gonna do?
I was a flight attendant. I was a flight attendant for 28 years.
Yeah.
I was a flight attendant for 28 years.
Okay.
Yeah, so I wrote a book about funny stories about being a flight attendant.
Yeah.
So that was actually my very first book I wrote, was a book that I wrote about being a flight attendant.
Okay,
and
so
it was called Sit Your Dumb A Down.
What we need you to do
That blew
is
me off.
call back in. We want to know the name of this. Is the second
It's
book.
a children's book.
It's a children's book. I asked him what was the name of that book, and he told us tonight what it was. Now go on the website and see if you can find that name of that book. So listen, we have one more segment after this. We're getting ready to take a break. When we come back, you will have your chance to call in with the name of that book. I don't have any hints. I can't give you any. All right, but call us at 410-702-5657. When we come back from the break, you will have your chance to win those 4 tickets.
Go on Cortez's page, Cortez Baker, Kortez Baker. You'll find the book on there.
Yes. All right. So stay tuned to the Be Inspired Radio Show on BeExposedRadio.com. No, that ain't it.
Check out what you missed on Be Exposed Radio.
So now we are in reactive mode. You know, with our young people, we don't spend enough time working with them, preparing them, inspiring them, mentoring them. And so now we're faced with a generation that's like, I'm gonna do my own thing.
Right.
I have no respect for you, because what have we done to help them except to say that, like I was telling the HL7 that, you know, I get highly upset when adults forget that they were ever young, and the first thing they say is young people are up to no good. You know, well, you're not helping them. What are you doing to inspire them? Right. So to me, that's reactive, because now that they're in the street cutting up, now you like, oh, we need to do something with our children, or we need to start schools earlier so we can get them off the street, or we need to do this. To me, that's reactive.
Tune in to Be Inspired every Wednesday live at 7 p.m. right here on BeExposedRadio.com.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
Welcome back to the Be Inspired Radio Show, only on BeExposedRadio.com. You're here with HL7 Azrael.
Miss Be Inspired on the mic.
You already know your boy Blizzard.
All right, so we do have a caller. Hello.
Yes, this is
Welcome to the Be
Lorraine.
Inspired Radio Show. Who do we have on the line?
Lorraine.
Hi, Lorraine. How are you?
I'm fine.
Are you calling in to win those 4 tickets to Stomp the Runway?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so what is the name of the second book that Derek wrote, and we mentioned it on the show tonight?
Don't call me different. I just do it differently.
Yes, okay, so Lorraine, thank you so much for calling in. You are the winner of 4 tickets to Stomp the Runway for Autism on October the 7th, 2017. From, what's the time again?
2 to 6.
2 to 6. Oh my gosh, you are the winner. So we need you to send us your information. Do you want to send it to your email?
Yeah, they can send it to my email.
Okay.
And it's the THE3D Foundation at gmail.com. And that's the THE, the number 3, D as in Derek, Foundation at gmail.com.
We'll end up putting it in the comments of the video or posting it on the Be Inspired page.
Yes. So thank you, Lorraine, so much for participating. Oh, y'all just got an exclusive.
Thank you.
You are so welcome, and thank you for calling into the Be Inspired Radio Show. Well, family, we only have 2 minutes left. My voice did hold up. Praise the Lord.
Personally, I'm still shook. Like, I'm still a little shook. Like, that caught me. I was like, all right, someone's about to win. And then I looked at my phone. I was like, reading comments, and that just hit me. I was like, whoa.
Oh, she went in too. She was like, well, I know that.
Yeah, she read that book.
There was a lot of confidence with that way.
Right. She's like, I read that book.
Yes.
Yeah.
I want to read that book too. Thank you for telling me about it. Thank you for telling me about
Right.
it. Thank you for
But you can find both of them on Amazon, so go on Amazon and find them.
Okay, yes. And so you can also be a guest on our show. We want you to email us at themissbeinspired@gmail.com. We'll make sure you get that website. We'll put it in the comments and on the page. We do have a special going on. $25. Yes, you can be a guest on the show. And also, we promote your event. Yes, we will promote it for you. So we want you to reach out to us, and shout out to Valicia. Thank you so much. She gave up her time.
Thank you, Valicia. We
yes.
appreciate you.
She willingly did it. She was like, girl, please, I'll come on next week. She
See.
did.
Is she in Baltimore?
Yes, she is.
Valicia.
Yes. Oh, you got to connect with her.
Valicia, email me.
Yes.
Email me, because I got something for you, Valicia, for giving up. So email me, please.
So happy. So thank you everybody for tuning in again.
Thank you.
Please please support Stomp the Runway for Autism, October 7th, 2017. And that is going to be at the Palladium. What's the address again?
2900 Liberty Heights Avenue, the Palladium Building.
Yes, so y'all be there. We will be there. Baltimore, you know where it is, right?
Yes.
And
Yeah, the castle from 2 to 6, and again, we do start on time. Red carpet, everything.
Ooh, red carpet. Oh,
Yes.
I got. Wait a minute. I gotta figure out what I'm gonna wear. You know, I gotta.
Style me up a little something.
Hey.
But we also, we do want to tell you also, thank you very much for allowing us to come on. This has really been an honor, so thank you.
Yes.
Appreciate it.
We appreciate you. Thank you.
Make sure y'all follow me on social media. That's Men with Class, MENWITHKLASS.
That's
Mr. Class.
About.
Okay.
We gotta wrap it up. Family, we will see you next week on the Be Inspired Radio Show. Next week we'll have Valicia. She'll be coming back and she'll be doing her inspirational segment. And then we have Nella Chickway all the way from Australia who will be Skyping in doing her segment as well. So you don't want to miss it. We love you here on the Be Inspired Radio Show. So come back and see us next week, 7 to 9 p.m. on BeExposedRadio.com.
Ladies, are you in need of the best quality hair extensions, a cute outfit, or that perfect pair of shades?